In today's video, special guest Margaret Powers shares the background and structure of their Legacy Through Leadership program to build capacity for instructional coaching in her school. Hello, coaches. Welcome back to another 5-Minute Friday from Eduro Learning. I'm really excited to be sharing this special guest episode with you today because if you heard our Coach Better podcast earlier this week, you know that Margaret has a ton to share about the Legacy Through Leadership program. After our conversation for Coach Better, I specifically asked her to record something for all of you, really getting into the details of how the Legacy Through Leadership program was built, so that if you are looking for a structure to build capacity for instructional coaching among the teachers in your school, you can get that foundation here from this video from Margaret.
Hi everyone, my name is Margaret Powers, and I'm the Director of STEAM Innovation at the Agnes Irwin School outside of Philadelphia. And I'm really excited to talk to you about our Legacy Through Leadership program, which focuses on scaling innovation throughout the school and also distributing leadership. So the goal of the program in part is to create teacher leaders, and we do that with instructional coaching. So the program is really focused on looking at a new way for professional development to work at our school. So in addition to kind of one-off PD days and pop-ups and things like that, we wanted to create a program that would support our strategic plan of energizing our educators and also helping them to figure out ways to ignite students' curiosity and creativity. And so it was important to us that we design a program that would be sustainable, that would energize educators to not only participate, but to finish the program feeling kind of re-inspired to be an educator, to continue teaching, to collaborate and share with their colleagues, and to be a leader in the school. So we designed the program to have kind of these three main areas. The first one being teacher research and pedagogy. So empowering teachers to dig into some research around, again, best practices for girls, working at a girls' school, and thinking about their pedagogy, looking back on their initial teaching philosophy, thinking about whether or not that's changed, and if they want to just think about what practices they've been hearing about maybe over the past few years that they wanted to try, but just didn't have the time or the energy to do so. And they would have the support through this program to do that. The next goal was around mindsets. So helping teachers to develop mindsets that would support this kind of innovative teaching, an openness, a growth mindset, a mindset that's focused on community and kind of collaborating with your colleagues and also being a leader in the school. But also really focuses on teacher wellness. So we talk about a lot the whole child, and we wanted to design a program that would look at the whole teacher and support our educators in taking care of themselves. And then the third piece was really personalized learning. So we want our students to have opportunities for personalized learning, and we realized that that needed to start with our teachers. So the program really allows participants to decide what components are going to be part of their professional growth pathway in the program. So there were 2 levels of participation. The very first year, back in 2017, we had applications for innovation fellows to apply. And those fellows would then get training in instructional coaching, and then they would, the next few years, work as what we call thinking partners with future participants of the program. So those participants became what we call teacher leaders, and both teacher leaders and innovation fellows would get to have a mentor from my team, our innovation directors, and they would get to create their own professional growth pathway as part of this program. And I'll talk about that pathway in a little bit. Our coaching used Jim Knight's approach as our kind of foundation. So we all read the Impact Cycle book together. We use his 7 partnership principles as kind of the foundation for how thinking partners work together. It's really looking at reciprocity, a give and take, going into each other's classrooms. We do use swivel cameras when schedules don't allow for that, but just sitting down together basically and talking about your practice, finding a way to capture current reality, whether that is going into the classroom and observing or watching a video together, helping the teacher leader to identify their own goal, and then working through that with them to provide resources and provocations and prompts that help them to achieve that goal slowly over time with support, with this thinking partner who can kind of think out loud with them about what's working and what might not be going as great as they'd like in the classroom, and reflecting on that together. So that coaching component obviously is a really critical piece of the program. And so each year our teacher leaders work with an innovation fellow who becomes their thinking partner, and they'll meet every 2 or so weeks and go through an impact cycle at least once, usually maybe twice in the school year. Aside from that coaching arm of the program, the other arm is this professional growth pathway. So are these 6 components of that pathway that everyone has, but how you kind of fulfill that pathway and what it looks like is different for each participant. So you have to do a certain number of each of these components, but you choose what they are. So for example, in self-exploration, you might be using Stanford's Good Time Journal to figure out the best ways of organizing your day and energizing yourself. You might be doing a VIA strengths assessment. So this is the area of your pathway where you can really focus on wellness and balance, in addition to all the other ways you're growing as a professional. You can see some examples of things you might do for the learning components or teaching components. We can want teachers to experience, what it's like to be a learner again. A big part of that was attending these 6 workshops. This allowed us to establish shared language and experiences that everyone engages with. So workshops on things like differentiated instruction, SAMR and TPAC, maker education, design thinking, things that are really important to us as a school in terms of core content and professional development. And it's been really exciting because it means that everyone now who's gone through the program has had these same workshops. And so they have this shared language and experience that they can talk to one another about. Another important component of the pathway is sharing. So participants are required to share, whether it's at an all-school meeting, through a blog post, a variety of different ways. But this allows the program to kind of spread out, even to participants who aren't in it at the moment. It kind of helps the inspiration to grow and leads to this domino effect when you hear a colleague who, you weren't maybe expecting to love the program or to try this new thing in their classroom, and they're doing it and they're really excited about it. It's led other participants to say, maybe next year I want to try the Legacy Through Leadership program. And that's been really great for us. So the kind of main pieces are this pathway. These kind of workshops are part of that pathway, and then the coaching piece together. And the incentive for the program is really that you get this personalized professional development all year long. You have some time during the school day that you get to meet with your thinking partner, and you get to meet with your I-team, your innovation director mentor. And so basically you get a lot of extra support for an entire year to meet your own professional goals, to grow as an educator and hopefully as a person, right, as well. Looking again at that whole educator model and helping to establish balance and, maybe mindfulness or practices like that. So it's been really powerful for us at the school. It's been really exciting to see. It really has energized our educators. It's been something that students have commented on, has made a big difference in some of the classrooms from our teacher leaders as they've tried out new practices and made changes and tweaks based on reflection and dialogue with their thinking partner. And it's definitely kind of a ground up, slow to grow approach that I would encourage, other schools to give a try.
Thank you so much for watching our 5 Minute Friday episode today. I hope you found all of this information helpful, and thank you so much to Margaret for creating this video for us. If you are keen to learn more about the Legacy Through Leadership program, I am popping some links in the description box below so you can get a little bit of a deeper understanding of what's going on and perhaps connect with Margaret if that's something that you're interested in doing. If you're ready to build this kind of instructional coaching, peer coaching program for the teachers at your school. If this is a topic you want to dig deeper into and you're ready to explore in your own professional learning, please head over to edurolearning.com to see all of the great professional learning opportunities we have for you. You'll find registration dates for our next cohorts of COTAIL, The Coach, and Women Who Lead, and we only run those programs, each of those programs, once a year, so you want to make sure you know when registration opens. If you're interested in any of those programs, make sure you click on the I'm Interested link so that you can get updates and be the first to know when registration opens. Also at Eduro Learning, we've got self-paced courses if you need to earn clock hour credits for recertification, and we've got downloadable workbooks to help take you through all different aspects of professional learning for you as an individual or working with the team or at the whole school-wide level. If there's anything you are looking out for or any questions you have, please reach out to us on social media. We love hearing from you, and join our Facebook group, Coach Better. See you next time.